Two giants in customer support, but only one can take the crown. Which platform truly delivers? On the left, Salesforce, the powerful CRM loved by enterprise powerhouses. And on the right, Freshdesk, the user-friendly help desk built for growing teams. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to what matters most. Each category gets a score, and by the end, you'll know exactly which one pulls ahead. The winner could surprise you.
Now, before we jump into the nitty-gritty, let's lay out our game plan. Here's how we're going to compare Salesforce and Freshdesk. Pricing, ease of use, features, integrations, and scalability. That's a pretty solid roadmap, right? Okay, let's go category by category. All right, first up, we've got pricing. Salesforce, it's kind of famous for those premium features, and honestly, the price reflects that. If you're an enterprise, the price tag might not scare you. But for a smaller team, it's definitely up there, and the pricing models are honestly a bit of a maze. On the other hand, Freshdesk, super affordable. The pricing is transparent, you know exactly what you're paying for. That's honestly such a relief. Sure, you might not get all the super advanced bells and whistles, but for most folks, it's more than enough. For pricing, Freshdesk totally takes the win. Next up, let's talk ease of use. Salesforce gives you tons of customization options, which is awesome if you know what you're doing. But let's be real, the setup is no joke. There's a pretty steep learning curve, and things can get complex fast. Now, Freshdesk, oh man, this one's super user-friendly. The setup is easy, the interface is clean, even if you're not a tech genius, you'll feel right at home. The trade-off? It's not as deeply customizable as Salesforce, but for most teams, that's totally fine. Ease of use? Yeah, Freshdesk comes out on top again. Moving on, let's hit features. All right, Salesforce is just packed with features. Omnichannel support, deep CRM integrations, the whole deal. But here's the thing. It can get a bit complicated if you just want the basics configured. Freshdesk's feature set is pretty solid too. Notably, multi-channel support and their Freddy AI, which is actually pretty cool for automating a bunch of stuff. But in terms of super advanced analytics and hardcore customization, it's not quite there. So in raw features, and honestly for the big enterprise crowd, Salesforce still takes the cake. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know Freshdesk is known for its fast setup and super user-friendly interface? So if you hate spending days stuck in configuration hell, that's a major plus. Onto integrations. So Salesforce lives and breathes integrations, especially if you're in their ecosystem. Tons of native support, APIs everywhere. It's like a developer's playground. That said, if you go outside the Salesforce universe, things are a bit more limited. Freshdesk flips the script here with over 1,000 integrations via its marketplace. It's super flexible and plays nicely with a ton of external tools, though honestly, it still doesn't feel as seamless as Salesforce itself. Winner here? Gotta give it to Salesforce for that tight, native vibe. And finally, scalability. Salesforce, it's designed for basically the biggest companies you can think of. You can scale up as much as you want. Just expect the cost to rise right along with it. Freshdesk takes a different approach. It scales smoothly, and the costs don't blow up as soon as you add more users or features. But here's the catch. If you're a really giant enterprise, those advanced options might be a tad limited. Still, for most growing teams, Freshdesk nails it. Winner here? Freshdesk, for sure. Let's glance at the overall scores on the radar chart. You'll see Freshdesk shining for pricing, ease of use, and scalability, while Salesforce really flexes on features and integrations. Pretty telling, right? So, honestly, here's my verdict. If you're a massive company with super complex workflows and giant teams, Salesforce is a beast you'll probably want on your side. But if you're an SMB, you care about affordability and ease of use, Freshdesk is like your best friend. Both have their strengths, but it really depends on what matters most for your business. Curious to learn more and pick the best help desk software for you? Check out our deep dives and guides. Seriously, don't miss out on optimizing your customer service. Dive in and see what works for your team.